Yeah. Hello, welcome back to Real Chill Conversations. I do have a guest with me today. It's my very good friend Janae.
Hey guys, thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming. And today we're going to be talking about how much information should you share about your past relationships with your partner. So, I want to say this first. Is it necessary to tell your partner everything? What you think?
I don't think so. I mean, if you're talking about like sexual stuff, I don't think that's really important, depending on what it is. But I don't think that's important. But if you're talking about like, oh, I've been in an abusive relationship and the person's coming after me, then yeah, I would think that would be something for you to say to somebody. But I don't think everything in your past should be discussed because it might have been like 20 years ago.
It's some people, believe it or not, that want to know how many people you slept with in the past.
And it's crazy because it's like, is that going to change how you feel about me?
Sometimes I could truly say that some people like find it like weird. Like once they start talking to somebody like in real life, this has happened before. Like she talking to him, they with each other, they're in a relationship, and then he all of a sudden asked her like, how many dudes have you slept with? And she said over 100, let's say. And then he gonna be like, oh no, that's too much. Like you just gonna break up with somebody, because they're coming to you and telling you the truth of how many people they slept with.
Exactly. Then that means they can't even handle the information. So then why ask the question? So it's like, how many people you done slept with? If I ask you and then you say, oh, I only slept with 60 people, and it'd be like, oh yeah, that's too much. I'm good.
Okay,
Like,
Janae, so we have somebody in the comments say that matters.
I can't hear nothing.
Somebody said that matters to us men.
It might matter to y'all, but then like, if like, what about us? So like y'all asking us, and then we ask y'all, and y'all be like, "Oh, that was just in the past. That don't mean nothing. That was a long time ago." But then when we tell y'all, it's like, "Oh no, you gotta go."
So what kind of things would you share?
I definitely would share like why I'm not in that relationship no more, what went on to that with that relationship, uh, the things that I didn't like about the relationship, like stuff like that, because it might have turned me into a new person, and then in the past I probably was, you know, stress or whatever the case may be, but my past relationship probably turned me into the person that I am today.
Why would you say that?
Because you learn from your past relationships. Well, some people do. I'm not going to speak for everybody, but I know I do. I learn from my past relationships. So if I'm talking to someone now or, getting to know that person, I'll say, okay, this is what I don't like. This is what I need. This. So, like, I've learned from my past to not even go to that certain type of person because I don't want to go through whatever I went through then.
Hang on just a moment. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to take care of something real quick.
You're good.
So, and so let's say Okay, so somebody said a woman body is more scared though. Why is that?
I would say because we don't like to put ourselves out there like that. We're more like when we meet somebody new, we don't want to put ourselves out there like that because even if you tell them about your past, they might try to bring that in on you when y'all start getting into arguments and stuff like that. They might try to bring that back to whatever relationship that you're in now. So like me, I'm more conservative. I'm to myself. I don't really like to tell everybody my business unless I know that I'm gonna be with that person or unless I know I can trust that person. Oh, they said scared typo. Oh, oh yeah.
So, do you think the status really matter? I didn't hear what you said on that. Do you think the status really matter if you just with somebody versus somebody that you looking forward to marry or having a serious relationship with?
If you're just talking to somebody for like a one night stand type of thing, and y'all do,
Of course.
I don't think whatever happened in the past even matters. To be honest,
Right.
you ain't got to know all that. We just whatever for this one night. Bye. But if you're in the about to marry somebody or anything like that, then of course tell them going on went on in your past. But I don't think you should go back like 20, 30, 10 years ago that happened in your past.
So, do you think that, like, for me, an example, like, I don't think that your past relationships will tell exactly how you would be with your partner. I
Because
feel
everybody
like,
is different.
right, I feel like that's your past, and not, well, I would say more than likely, you're probably going to be different with that person you're with. Because I feel like people bring out a
Something
different
different
kind
in
of
you.
you
Yeah,
in every relationship. So every relationship is not going to be the same.
exactly. I agree.
So
I agree.
yeah, like, to me, telling someone everything in the beginning, I would say it all depends. Like, if you're in a, like I said earlier, if you're in a, like, true relationship, you just don't want to be telling everybody your business either,
Exactly.
because they'll hold that shit against you,
And then
you
y'all
know.
start getting into it, and it's like, oh, well, that's why you fucked John the other day, and he did. I'm like, what? He got nothing to do with that.
And people would do that. And people would do that. Like, if you give them too much information, they will, like, and then you never know. Because people be like, well, you're supposed to trust people. Yes, you do. And I build, like, I give you my trust. In the beginning of a relationship, I give you all my trust. It's up to
Exactly.
you to mess it up,
Right.
you
And then
know.
after you mess that up, it's like, I'm good. I'm good. Go back.
But
So
you do have to be careful. You have to be careful. Um, a lot of people, it's like selling a product, right? If you have your own business, when you selling your product, you're not going to tell, I'm not going to tell everything bad about your product, right?
exactly. But I am going to tell the truth if the product is not working out. I'm definitely going to do that.
You gonna tell the truth.
I'm going to tell the truth.
um yeah, but don't, yeah, you're right, don't lie. I mean, don't lie. Like, I feel like when you do that, um you're cheating yourself off of maybe good opportunity, because this person, let it be up to the person if they want to, you know what I'm saying? Like, if
Exactly.
they want to accept you for your past or whatever that
Exactly.
went on in your past, instead of versus like lying to them, then you already coming out sneaky.
Exactly. And I know we say this all. It's 2020, 2024, 2023, whatever. We too grown to be lying. We
I
too
said the
old to
same
be
thing.
lying. And we say this every year. Like, we is too grown to be lying. It's no point of lying to somebody. What are they gonna do? Beat you up? We too grown to be lying. Like, for real.
I feel the same way. We're too grown to be lying. I feel like there's no reason to, like, you know, um, if you're gonna lie, then of course that person is gonna have. If you're lying, in, especially in the beginning of the relationship, um,
That's gonna determine the whole relationship right there, because you're gonna have to keep up that lie, then make up another lie, and then when the other person get upset, they might do something they gonna regret, and then it's gonna be like, oh, why you do this? Why? Well, you should have just told the truth in the beginning.
yeah. Somebody said most people lie are emotionally immature.
People, yeah, some some of them are, and some people just don't tell the truth regardless. I know some of those people that just
And then why lie, right? Because you want to know if you're compatible with this person. You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
You don't want to not know if this may be your person or not. So now you lying, trying to make the person like you when you may not even
When you
end up
might
really liking that person.
exactly, and they might not really even like you.
Exactly. So you blocking it, you blocking yourself from anybody else. Like, yeah, that's
Doesn't
true.
make any sense.
I agree with that. Like you may be blocking yourself from actually really having a somebody that like you for who you are.
Exactly. You taking this person away from somebody that might like them, that's waiting on them, and they talking to you, and you don't even like the man. Like, that doesn't make any sense.
So we have Janelle Robinson saying, me personally, I don't like discussing past relationships because I hate when people get in their feelings about things that happened in the past. I agree with telling the truth, but discussing the past, no. And then
That's
she
my
said, hey,
sister, y'all.
sister. Hey, sister.
Hey, Janelle.
Well, I let me go back to that because I'm glad that she mentioned this because this is like some people you'll end up telling them everything that happened in your past about your ex and they'll like get jealous too.
Exactly. Or they'll be
So
like,
you
"Oh,
have
you
to be
still talking
careful
to
with
this
that.
person?" Right. They think you still talking to this person. Think you're doing this and da 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 da. And it'll be like, you asked me the question. I didn't ask. You asked me this. I didn't have to tell you, but you asked me, so I'm telling you. So
And it's tough when you're starting a relationship because you're trying to get to know the person, they trying to get to know you. Um And y'all do like I have ended up, talking about my past relationships and stuff like that. Um,
yeah, I think we all have. It's just certain stuff that I like that's irrelevant that I'm not gonna say. Some stuff that I'm not gonna talk about because it's like it's irrelevant. Doesn't have nothing to do with what we got going on. It's
so tell
irrelevant.
me, Janae, what will be irrelevant to you? Specific, just give like one or two examples.
I
Like
would
I
say,
know the
like, if
sex
I
part,
did
right?
something, if I'd be like, okay, well, I cheated on this person, or if they say like, hey, if they say like, hey, why did you and so break up? Then I'll let you know we broke up because that person was doing something, or we just didn't feel like talking to each other no more, and then that's it. But I'm not gonna sit here and say,
Like
oh,
details to detail.
yeah, I'm not finna be doing all that. Like, yeah, we did this, we had sex last night, and then that's when we just like. I'm not gonna do all that. I'm just gonna get right straight to the point. Intimate things, that'll have nothing to do with this, with our relationship now.
I think so too because I mean on the sex part, I think so because I think it will make wouldn't it make you feel a little uncomfortable to know all that?
Right. If
Really?
if if I'm telling you, oh yeah, he had the greatest sex, da 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 da, and then it's like now you feel uncomfortable.
Right. And now you like jealous and now you be like, is she still messing around with him?
Exactly.
That's
Like,
gonna be like in the back of a person's head.
yeah, like I'm not finna discuss what I did, my sex life, what I did with somebody else to my new person. Like that doesn't have nothing to do with this relationship. I mean, sometimes sex is not even that important in a relationship. It's not. That's not all that it's about anyway. So I'm not finna discuss that.
Right. For me, for example, I really want to establish trust first. To me, that's
Exactly.
very important because I want to be able to trust you and I want you to be able to trust me. Um, so yes, some people who relationships have been damn terrible. And I think many people probably shy away from speaking on their past and what they have endured because it has been so damn terrible. Like
Exactly.
some people have traumatic past relationships and they don't want to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? That's another reason it
That is
bring
so
them.
true.
But I would say, like, if it does bring you some type of discomfort talking about your past, maybe you're not all the way healed too.
Yeah, maybe you need to get yourself together before you start even jumping into a relationship with somebody else.
Somebody said, I've been through that. Oh yeah, Janelle. She said, I've been through that. Yes, especially in this generation. Too hard to date.
You know, y'all young. You know, y'all older people like dating them younger boys.
Go, Janelle.
No. No, but yeah, this generation, I don't know. I guess like this generation, I'm 32. So like the people that I date, I
She
don't know.
said,
Like I
girl, no.
So the people that I date, I gotta call you Dominique because that's what they know you by. Dominique, you know who I'm talking about. Some of them some liars too, but
Yeah,
they're cool. But it's like, why not just tell me the truth about certain stuff, even though I already know?
exactly.
You ain't gonna say that person's name,
No,
but
we not gonna say no names. We ain't gonna say no names.
but yes, I just feel like keep it real. Even though I already know what it is, and you probably don't think I know what it is, just keep it real.
Right.
I'll say that. Whether it be the past, the future, whatever it is, just keep it real.
She laughing. Somebody said, oh no, Janelle said they need to be a little seasoned for me. And somebody else said, I'm single, haven't dated in a while. Most people like to manipulate. Yes, a lot of
Yes, they
people like
do.
to do that.
They do for no
Whew.
reason.
But also talking about your past too, it can be therapeutic. You know, I can see it being at that too, especially when you have somebody that you could talk to. I feel
Yeah,
like your partner should be your friend. I do believe in, talking about your past to your person because you do want them to be aware of certain things. Like in my situation, yeah, there's a lot of things I have to disclose,
yeah,
for, you know, but I also respect the people that say, no, I shouldn't have to tell this person anything because really and truly, there's no right or wrong answer. It's
exactly.
however you feel, it's your business, it's your personal information,
And I feel
and
like
you're entitled to do whatever you want with it.
whether it's your partner or your best friend or your friend or whatever the case may be, like you said, some people are not comfortable with telling other people things about their business, and I had to learn that because I'm not comfortable telling people my business. I'm not.
Right. Some
Uh,
people are not.
yeah, and I know me and Dominique done known each other not even a long time, but for a minute, and I consider her like one of my good friends where I can start telling her my business, and she knows that like I feel like I can tell her anything and she'll listen. She'll
And
give
I
me
feel the
advice
same
and
way.
stuff like that. So yeah, me and her have been on we talk to each other. So,
Yeah.
and if it's not my best friend, it's Dominique. I'm about to
And
call
you
her
and you
Joe.
just said a good word right now. Feel comfortable. So you
Yeah.
have to be in that place where you actually feel comfortable with a person to even speak about your past relationships or your past friendships or past whatever, your business, period, because that's what it is.
Exactly.
Um, if your partner breaks up with you just because, after you express to them, hey, I've slept with more than 50 men, then that was not the man for you.
Exactly.
Another one.
You go find another one. There's plenty more.
Somebody said, well, all depends on the mood and setting to about being comfortable.
Mm,
Well, I was
I,
talking more about like feeling comfortable with the person, like
yeah.
you really want to speak about your past to this person. But
On
I
the
get
first
what
date.
you're saying, like the setting and the
Yeah.
mood that you could be in. Um, my opinion, go ahead, I'm sorry. You gonna say something?
Can you hear me? Oh, you can hear
Uh-huh,
me?
I can hear you now.
Okay, sorry. What was the question? I think went on.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, with my opinion, if you're taking someone serious, then tell them if they want to know. Some
Yes,
people don't
it's
want to know. Some people will, go into a relationship, they'll be like, I don't care about your past. You ain't gotta tell me nothing.
yeah, but then
But
when something happened, then it's
right,
like, oh, you should have told me that.
right. But then when something happens, yeah, that was something that I needed to know where you didn't ask.
Exactly.
See what I'm saying? Um, should you know when something is deep enough to tell your partner? Yes, I feel like anything that has to do with abuse or anything like
Anything like
like
that, yeah, I would say like, yeah, let me go ahead and tell. Let me go tell them if it's something like deep like that.
because
If
at least you were honest.
if I
We
have a
all
secret child somewhere, yeah, tell me that
Oh
because I need to
yeah.
know. I need to know.
Yeah, because yes, 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 yes. And I know some people that held those secrets back.
They said then she find out she bipolar. It's too late.
Then you find out she bipolar.
Yeah,
Y'all, we got
it,
some comments today.
right.
We got some comments today. Yeah, that's true. Like
Exactly.
maybe, you know, that's not your preference. I mean, it's somebody for everybody. That's
It
how I
is.
feel. Some people like it, some people don't. But it's best to know at the beginning.
Everybody has a little crazy in them. I know everybody say, I'm not crazy, I'm not everybody has a little crazy in them.
And we all
Everybody.
have a past and we all made mistakes.
Yes.
A lot.
Yes. Nobody is perfect. So everybody done made a mistake in their past and did something they didn't want to do, they did something that they regretted. Nobody is perfect.
So the right person, I feel like, will appreciate you and the truth, that you share with them. A lot of people lack honesty, like for real. So in this day and age, people make their own decision and everything, to be with, like, some people, they don't really want to be with you, but they'll lead you on. And
Exactly.
you'll
For
know
no
that. How would you know that? Because they're not even interested in getting to know you. They just want to get in your pants.
they'll try to fake it the whole way. And then as soon as you let them in that little time, you give them that thing, after that, it's over with. They be like, well, she done already gave it to me, so let me just stop talking to her.
Yeah, you gotta be careful.
Then it's
Um,
like now that's when they bipolar and get crazy, cause you don't. That's when it starts.
Somebody
You don't.
said, I'm not laughing, y'all. I'm sorry.
We
Like, Yeah, about the bipolar thing.
We saw.
I mean, I was in that. I was in some similar to that.
I was, yeah. I would say I was in that too. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
I didn't know it was gonna be that bad.
yeah, it was a crazy relationship I was in. I literally had to get up out of there. It was, yeah, it was bad.
It was too. It's too like, and then what I feel like is I said what I wouldn't put myself in a position again is like dealing with people that had trauma and have not healed from that trauma.
Yes, because this base is gonna, it's gonna make it worse for both of you
Yeah,
guys.
I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that no more. I don't think I would ever put myself in that position again just because I'm not a professional, number one. Um, I can't heal nobody.
Okay.
And I'm not gonna be broken just because somebody else is broken.
Right, because if you
So
can't heal, if you can't heal yourself, you can't heal nobody else. That, I mean, it is
exactly.
what it
And
is.
we all know what those signs are because there's people who have dad issues, there's people who have mom issues,
Yes,
there's people that went through a lot of stuff in their childhood. And really and truly, I'm not saying that love is blocked for those people.
they
Um,
sometimes block
it's
it
just
for
time for them
themselves.
to heal themselves. You know, like
Yeah,
you can't go into a relationship thinking that the love that the other person is giving you is
it's
going to
gonna heal
heal you
you.
because you're wrong. That's not the case. And then what will end up happening is that you're whether you know it or not or you do it intentionally or not, you end up hurting the other person that really cares about you.
Exactly. That's why it's like stop jumping from one relationship to another one if you're not even healed from whatever you have going on. That person or the guys, we're gonna be here forever. So it's a lot of men and women on the planet to go around. So you don't have to jump in and out of a relationship and then get into another one because you're not giving yourself time to heal.
Nope, you haven't. And then you're expecting it's like a domino effect. Like you know, you can't work like that. It's not gonna
Exactly.
and if you try it, it's gonna be like hurtful. It could be hurtful to
Exactly.
you and that person. And then you're sitting here wondering, because I was that person. I was that person, you know?
That's, yeah.
So if you already lying to me, and we just started, then that's definitely not a good sign.
Right. That's a no no.
I don't think there's, like I said before, I don't think there's a right or wrong answer to this topic today. Um, because it's your personal information and you choose to do what you want with it.
Yeah. And if the other person don't say like, hey, well, I'm not gonna talk to you because you don't want to share your about your past, then that person not for you, and you just go, just move on.
And some people would take this personal and will break up with you just because you didn't tell them about certain things.
Exactly.
So I always feel like it's good to have a conversation. Always communication to me is a good thing because that way you get to know more about the person, they get to know more about you.
Right. Just
They
take
get
it
to know
one
what
step
you
at a
like,
time.
what you don't like. And I said, I say it's okay to speak about your past relationships because you can apply some of the things that you didn't like and you can take those out and try to make it better in your new
Your
relationship.
new exactly.
Don't
Exactly.
take let's not take the toxic stuff now.
Okay.
Okay? Not taking the
Look,
toxic stuff,
leave that now. Leave that in the past
but definitely take, what's worth it. Um, yeah.
Yeah, I would say that too. Like,
It's better than not sharing nothing at all for me.
right,
Like,
just
just
don't
in my
share.
opinion.
I would say just don't share everything all at once. Just do like little baby steps. Like, okay, let me share this with you now, and then tomorrow I might share something else, just so you can get
But
comfortable.
see, that's what I was talking about. Okay, so if we do the baby step, like you say, okay, Janae, let's do the baby step. If we do the baby step, okay, what if I know you said, okay, if that person doesn't like you, then they're not the one for you. But you know how, especially women, because we're more like on the emotional side,
Right.
right? We're taking baby steps. We getting to know each other. Da, da, da. All of a sudden, I say something. I started to like you real, real, real. Like, I really like you. At this point, I'm almost in love with you. And I say something, and then boom, it hits the fan, and now you don't want to talk to me.
Mm. Well, if y'all in love with each other like that, like you falling, then he should still be like, okay, I love you, whatever, no matter what. So I don't think if y'all in love, y'all be, whatever.
What if
I
it's
don't think
something he don't approve of? That he didn't want to be with somebody like that had that, or somebody like that. For example, maybe uh the sex thing. Let's throw the sex thing in, because that's a big one. Y'all may be laughing about that one, but a lot of people do that. A lot of people break up with you just because of the number of
the number
sexual
of
partners
people.
that you've had. Like, that's a real thing, y'all.
But
Somebody says,
because when somebody said what,
well, once you get older, number one thing a man wants is a peace of mind.
I would say I know some people, majority of people don't have sex with like over 50 people. So if somebody asks you, oh, how many people you don't have sex with, you say, oh, I have sex with 55 people, and it's like, oh no, I don't want you.
And
And then
then
it's
later
like,
they find out it was more than
but
what?
and then it's like, well, how many people have you slept with then? They might say like 50. He's like, what's the difference? I feel like some guys, maybe some females too, they probably don't have sex with over
I don't know what to
20.
say on that one, y'all. Like,
They probably don't have sex with like over 80 people, but then they really don't want to tell you the exact number because they're gonna be like, oh, that's nasty. Mm-mm. Like, but
right.
it
And
is
then
what it
you
is.
and then you end up finding out, like, you go to this dinner or something with your wife or husband, and then they're chatting and they're saying, well, she had sex with,
With so and so, and he's right there.
no, with
Whoa.
so and so in high school.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. So
And then I heard somebody that said, a man say, well, it's not insecurity. It's just a he would feel disgusted.
well, if you worrying about somebody that I've had sex with in high school and college, and that that's too much. That's crazy.
That's important.
Not for no high school and college. No, that's not important.
Who thinks
College,
it is important? I want to know. I want to
college, you
know
was having fun.
who.
In college, you
Go
having
ahead,
fun.
drop it down in the comments, because I know y'all watching. So come
Right.
on in, tune in. I need somebody who thinks it is important to drop down in the comments why.
If it's with somebody like back in high school or college, I don't really think that's important. Now, if I don't think that's important. Now, if you messing with somebody, you found out that that's somebody's cousin or something, then yeah, I'd be like, go and let me know.
Somebody said the basketball team doesn't matter to a man. Well, GP, I'm sorry. GP, let me say GP because he did put his name on here. I'm sorry. Um, the basketball team doesn't matter to a man move to another state. Yes, it is. I don't get that one. You get
The
it?
basketball team doesn't matter to a man move to another state. Yes, it is.
Can you explain a little bit more, GP?
Yeah, explain that. 'Cause I don't know if you're saying that it matters who you have sex with in high school and college, or if yeah, explain that.
And like I said, like people, it does matter if you topped off the basketball team. That's what he's saying.
Nah, okay, okay, okay. So I'm like, wait a minute. I think they probably be on the news or something, or somebody like he said, like
Just
some on
stop.
somebody's back page, like he said. Now, if you
Oh,
did
you see
that,
that? Oh, you saw that?
yeah. Now, if
That
you
you see
did
a
that
back
now,
page.
wait a minute. Wait a minute.
I mean, people change,
You had a lot of time on your hands back then.
but people change, right? Janae, people change.
I would say some people change for the good. Some people
Do you
now.
think
Not
it should like block somebody from actually finding love just because they topped off the whole basketball team?
no, but if they still doing it now, then yeah, they can't be topping off the whole, bosses club and they friends and stuff in the office, the whole tennis team and stuff. Okay, not now. Now, if they've stopped and they've changed, then
That's probably, I would feel like that person is probably like needing help, like as far as like sexual discipline or something like that.
yeah, you need to go to
A, a
what's the
therapist,
yes.
yeah. Somebody say, yeah, they can change, but not in your hometown.
Oh, he's saying just move to a different. Basically, you move to a different state. Nobody's gonna know what you did.
But oh, that's what he meant. Okay.
I mean that is true now. Nobody's gonna know that you
I'm
top.
trying to have a serious conversation here.
Nobody's gonna know that you did that if you move to a different state.
He said, yup. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know what's wrong with us today. Um,
But yeah,
and then some people it's just not worth it. Like it's not even worth it if you tell them your business. I feel like, um,
it's not because
because
then you
like I
gonna once
said,
you tell them,
a
you're
lot
gonna
of
feel like, why
people,
did I tell him that, or why did I tell her that?
a lot of people nowadays like to mislead women, and women do it to men too. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Just to try to get some or whatever. And they might not even be trying to have a real serious relationship with you. But I guess it's hard to tell. It would be hard to tell because people like playing too much.
Gaslighting,
Gaslighting
gaslighting.
you, love bombing you.
Yes, yes, yes. And you'll think that they love you and everything else, and then a month later it'd be like, you need to get your stuff and go. I'm done talking to you. It's like, dang, we just went to Dubai, like, and now you want me to
We
leave?
just went to dinner and a movie, and
Everything was going okay, and I was like, you want me to leave? What's going on?
you
And they
said
want some.
Dubai, but that be so real though. You have to like be careful.
Yes. And then you try to figure out like what's going on. What did you do wrong? And they either won't tell you or they'll just make up some stuff that you want to hear where you'll stop asking them.
So I guess a good question, what would be? for you to say, okay, I can trust this person. I can tell this person, I can be honest to this person and give them the answers that they're seeking. Basically, I want to feel safe with you. So if I feel like I'm in a safe place, that's really when I get to talking.
Yes. And like even then I will talk, but even then I would still hold back a little bit because it's like, I want to trust this person, but I don't really know. But I would still, give them some information. I'll probably, like talk, like I said, like me and you. It took me a minute for me to even talk to you like how we talk now. So it's
Right. And I
like,
did too. Yeah.
yeah. So
Because
it's
we
like,
had to feel each other. You know what I'm saying? Be
exactly.
comfortable. Like, I
Yeah.
talk. I talk a lot. And people know that. But some people be like, oh, she doesn't talk. No, it's just
No,
because
she does.
I got to get the feeling of you. I got to. Kids do that. Kids do that all the time because they try to, sense your vibe and your
Yes.
spirit and stuff like that. So kids, they're very prone to doing that. Like they gotta feel you out and stuff before they actually start talking to you. I'm something like that.
Yes. And so that's
I'm
just how I
shy,
feel
but I'm not
comfortable.
shy.
Exactly.
You know
Yeah,
what I
I'm
mean?
shy, but I'm not shy. I'm gonna talk to you, but I'm not gonna tell you all my business until I feel comfortable enough to tell you. So yes.
Yes. And you already said I did have the question about should your partner know how many people you had sex with? You already established no.
Yeah, I don't
Um,
think that's not that. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's important, but it's I don't. It's not that important.
so we talked about how good it was to tell your partner about your past relationships. Janae said don't get into details, but you can talk about it.
Yeah.
I say get into details if you feel comfortable with that person and you trust that person. So I would just like leave it into your intuition, basically. Um, but what if you knew everything about your partner's past relationships? What if you did? Because, like I said, people are different and people are triggered very easily about things.
I would
So,
say
I
that
mean,
would
would
be
it
kind
even
of.
serve you to know?
It's just for me. I think it would probably. I would probably look at them different because it's like I don't know. That's a good question though. Like if I knew everything about my partner's past, I think I would look at them different, but I'd be like, okay, well, look at the person you became today because of that.
And I'm asking that for a reason because do you really want to know
I
everything,
don't want to
every
know
single
everything.
thing?
I don't. But if they decide to tell me everything, then I'm gonna listen. But I don't want to know everything.
Because I'm going to tell you right now, guys, it's something that is going to trigger you. If you
Yes,
know every single thing about that person,
I believe some things
you're just going to have to learn how to handle
control
it
yourself.
and control yourself. But if you knew and I don't think nobody really knows every single thing about a person because I mean, a person may tell you something, but like you said, there's a lot of details people leave out.
Exactly, a
And you're not
lot.
going to remember exactly how it happened, exactly how it went down. You're yourself not going to do that because research already shows that whatever you experience is going to come out different from your
It,
mouth.
exactly.
It's not even going to be, you know what I'm saying, everything step by step how it really happened. So
Exactly.
I don't think I would want to know everything. I don't require to know everything, but I feel like the stuff that you feel like it's important to tell
That's
me,
important. Yeah.
I
But
just want you to tell
I
me
don't
some
want to
stuff
know everything. Like, no.
because I feel like people change. You may have been a certain way in your last relationship, and you probably won't be like that with the next person.
Hopefully.
Now, she did mention being bipolar. That is something you need to discuss. Okay?
Yes. Because
That's definitely on my list.
I don't think that's going to go away from relationship to
And
relationship.
I think um some people, like they have family and stuff like that. Whatever, we all have family, but something happens in the relationship, boom, everybody was like, well, I told you he wasn't right in his mind, or she wasn't
Right.
right in her mind. Well, y'all just said that now.
Because in the early, it was like, oh, y'all so cute with it. Y'all so cute together. He's the most nicest person ever. And then when something happened, I told y'all he was crazy. Oh, did you win?
Exactly. So get to know, like, who you dealing with. I'm all for that. Like, you should know. And then you can do your own assessment about the person before y'all go into deep. You end up really liking this person, into emotional feelings, because you don't want to hurt their feelings. You don't want them to hurt your feelings.
Exactly.
Um, and like I said, some people can, if you knew everything about a person's past relationships, some people can get real jealous, and
They'll be like, well,
that
you
can
treated
that
this
can
person
fuel.
like this when you're
Right.
treating me like this. Like, yeah,
Right. And that could fuel your behavior towards that person. So in this case, knowing everything may not be the answer all the time. But I feel like
exactly.
definitely the important thing should be said. And because that person has a choice. You should be able to give that person a choice whether they want to continue a relationship with you or not.
Exactly.
So, you got any final thoughts for today?
I would say y'all be whoever, be who y'all. Let me, how can I put this? Be with whoever you want to be with. Just make sure y'all, be honest with each other and be honest from step day one. Don't let nobody try to gaslight you, love bomb you just because he buying gifts or she's buying gifts or whatever the case may be. Y'all might not like each other, but just be honest with each other from day one. And then if y'all not compatible with each other, just bow out peacefully and no hard feelings. That would, yeah,
Yes, so I agree with that. Be honest when you first meet that person. If it's something that person wants to know, be honest with them. Look, listen, everybody have two sides. Well, let's say three sides of a story, okay?
of course.
Her side, his side, and the truth. Of course, the truth is really hard to look at because you wasn't there. You didn't experience it with them. But, like, really pay attention to a person's past too, because that is going to show you a lot about the things that you need to be aware of. And maybe it's nothing. Maybe that person did change. Maybe that person is not like they used to be. But, it kind of give you an insight of what happened. Have they healed? Have they not healed? And whether this would be a repetitive cycle with you.
Exactly.
So, peace out, y'all. Thank you for tuning in with me and my friend today. Thank you so much, friend, for
No
coming.
problem. Thanks for having me. I had fun.
All right, y'all. Y'all have a good night. See
Good
y'all next Sunday.
night.
Bye.